Hi, everyone. This is Mary Nell Hall.
And I'm Courtney Souter.
And we work with the Tennessee Higher Education Commission, and we are so excited to share with you all today some information about Path to College events this year and some of the new resources we've been working on making for all grade levels. So just to kick it off, what are Path to College events? To refresh everyone's memory, they are sponsored by the Tennessee Higher Education Commission, and they are a suite of 4 events that are designed to promote a college-going culture in schools and to provide increased insight to the college-going process as students approach high school graduation. The first of the events is College Application Week. This past year, we rebranded that to be College Application and Exploration Week to include our elementary and middle schools in participating in these events. This week is typically when high school seniors are completing their applications to college, but this past year we saw some great participation across all different grade levels, raising awareness about the college application process. You see some cuties on the left that are dressed up for a college mascot day. And then we've also got some photo booths and some door decorating contests that happened across the state. It was a really fun week last year, and this upcoming year, College Application and Exploration Week is scheduled for September 17th through the 21st. Our second event that I want to chat a little bit about is College Planning Night. This typically happens in the spring of a student's junior year. Historically, it has been a parent workshop focused on teaching parents what they need to know about what their juniors will be going through during their senior year as they apply for college. We do have a slide deck available online for you guys to host those nights. But for elementary and middle schools, we really encourage doing college and career planning during this time. I know many of you host wonderful career fairs, and this is typically the umbrella that it falls under with Path to College events.
So another great event that we do in the fall of senior year, or really just the fall of the school year, is FAFSA Frenzy. FAFSA Frenzy, you may be familiar with this page. This is our big FAFSA initiative for our seniors, making sure that they are filling out that FAFSA, staying eligible for TN Promise, the Hope Scholarship, and lots of great state aid. At the elementary and middle school levels, we are encouraging financial literacy and all things kind of financial and college savings, really anything that has to do with getting ready for life after high school and for college when it comes to your finances. We've always had the FAFSA Frenzy Handbook, which I'm getting ready to do some updates for next year. We had an updated version that came out in fall 2018. This year we are preparing with TSAC more resources around verification, and again in our elementary and middle schools we are going to have a whole section on those great financial literacy resources. And last but not least, this one should be very familiar because I've seen some great things on Twitter and Instagram, College Signing Day. This takes place very close to graduation usually, and it's just a great way to celebrate all of your students who have committed to post-secondary plans.
So to talk a little bit more about Path to College events, they are a wonderful resource for school counselors in implementing the school counseling model and standards. They provide you with a tangible strategy to help you meet the goals that you have outlined in your program management agreement. They're just really a great way for you to give every student an opportunity to master many of the standards. And what we have done for you is we have created a standards crosswalk so you can see by standard which event helps students with mastering those standards. And that is all available online, and we'll show you where to find all of that later. So what resources does THEC provide to assist with Path to College events? So we really do 3 things. The first is that we publish annual resource guides. Those will be coming out this year over the summer. Additionally, we create from those resource guides downloadable and customizable templates to help you with your student activities and events. We've got things like volunteer recruitment letters, as well as activities for students that you can download and customize. And then finally, probably our most popular is our annual resource mailing, where we mail all different kinds of stickers and posters across the state. So where are we headed this year? Thanks to the input that all of you gave, we have really learned a lot from you. You might remember me from last fall when I visited your counselor collaborative to talk about Path to College events. During that session, we introduced Path to College events, and then we also had the wonderful opportunity to collect many of the ideas that all of you had and the best practices that you were doing in your school buildings. We used that document on the left that I passed out and then frantically ran around and collected and photocopied. Out of that was born the Path to College Implementation Ideas document that was broken down by grade level for each event. And Courtney and I were so impressed with the ideas that you all had. You know, we realized that we needed to kind of revamp those handbooks into elementary, middle, and high school guides that Courtney will talk about in a couple of minutes. I'll also tell you that in 2017-2018, we had 703 schools participate in our Path to College events. And we are just so grateful that you responded overwhelmingly to our post-event surveys, and we have learned so much from you guys about what you're doing that we can share, and also about what resources you need. So I will let Courtney talk a little bit about what is new this year.
Sure. I'm so happy that this slide is so full because there's a lot of new resources coming your way this year, and we really hope that these will help you take the work that you're doing in your building to the next level. As Mary Nell and I have both touched on, our handbooks are now becoming a separate handbook for elementary school, a separate handbook for middle school, and of course, don't worry, high school. We still love you, and we have your own high school handbook too. We've also developed more resources just around building that college-going culture and fostering it in your school, the Path to College yearbook, and just many more resources that you'll be mailed and also that you'll be able to download. So this is just an example showing that elementary and middle school, you guys do have your own handbook. It's no longer just a few pages here and there the way it used to be in our old handbooks. And high school, of course, you guys have your own too. So inside these handbooks, we've broken them up into 5 sections. We've got our Introduction to College Access, which Mary Nell is going to cover what's in this section.
Okay, so in our Introduction to College Access, we have created some more resources around a college-going culture. We know that in your school buildings, often the counselor is kind of the heart of this work that is happening, and so we wanted to give you some tools to be able to talk about a college-going culture and I don't want to say recruit, but, you know, get more people involved in the efforts that you're doing with Path to College events in your school. So the first thing that we provided you with was a definition of college-going culture that we've adapted from the LA Unified School District. You'll see it is in 8 different buckets, and those are color-coded. And then we took it a step further, and we wanted to share with you some of the research that backs up why these different elements are so key in building a college-going culture and how that culture helps students then go on to college. So that's what this page is. That is a document that you can download. We also turned that into a PowerPoint with the idea that if you ever have the opportunity to present at a staff meeting or you wanted to share this information with your principal to teach people about Path to College events and why these are important, we also turned that information into a PowerPoint that is also available to download. And then finally, we made a college-going culture assessment that we adopted from the College for West Virginia that you can do, or your school can do, or your principal can do to kind of give you an idea on where you stand as a school with these 8 different areas of a college-going culture and to help you focus your efforts on areas where you might need to grow or improve, or on areas where you're already doing really, really well.
Yep, and then the second section, implementing those Path to College events. So again, where we used to have handbooks that were for a specific event, so for example, College Application Week, now that section 2 is actually going to have all of the implementation ideas. They'll still be broken down by event, but you'll be able to find everything in one place, which I don't know about you, but if I can stay a little bit more organized, it certainly helps me do all this great work. So just to show you some sample pages, we wanted to make this as user-friendly as possible, and so we've included 3 icons throughout the handbook to help you understand kind of what resources exist both in the guide and online at collegefortn.org. So those 3 icons, the first one is a light bulb. We put a light bulb wherever there's kind of an idea about something that you can use in your school. So on the sample page that you have, that idea is playing human bingo. For the idea of human bingo, we know, okay, sounds like a great idea. Wait, I have to make a human bingo card. You do not. You get to customize one that we've already made. So anytime that you see that little pencil icon, that's a resource that we've created that's going to be available in a digital and an editable format. So that means that you can use things that we've created, but you can also make them work for your school. So for this example, it's the actual human bingo card. And to make sure that you know that collegefortn.org is the home of all these resources, anytime that you see that download icon, that's something that you can directly download. And again, it will either be a customizable Word document or a PDF of that resource. And these are just another example. So we have that idea, that little light bulb saying, try out morning announcements with your students. And then you see that we've actually provided downloadable kind of sample morning announcements that, again, you can use our ideas, you can customize them, but they're there in case you want a starting point. Next, we have volunteer engagement in Path to College. As Mary Nell said, it takes a village to do this work. We want to make sure that you have contact information for all of the public institutions in Tennessee, so we've broken those down by 4-year, 2-year, and TCATs. We also have letters that you can customize in terms of emailing folks about getting them to volunteer, thanking them, really just trying to get the community involved in the great work that you're doing. Next, we also have media outreach. It's always nice to be able to make a splash in your local media and share what's going on in your school. We've provided sample press releases. And those, again, are things that you can download, and just talking you through what it looks like to really reach out to your local media about great things happening in your school. And last but not least, for every grade level, we've provided a separate section about how you can use collegefortn.org in your school. So whether you are working with elementary schoolers or high schoolers, we've shown you how to create a counselor account and what those age-appropriate resources for exploring careers and college in Tennessee look like on this free platform. In terms of pictures, I am the person that you will send all of your pictures to, and I love seeing them, whether it's on Twitter or Instagram. And what we've realized is that we have gotten so many great pictures from you all that it would be impossible to fit them into one handbook. So to make sure that you have access to as many of these great ideas as possible, seeing all these wonderful door decorations and photo booths, we've created an online yearbook. It's on Flickr.com, and we're creating separate pages for each of the Path to College events. Anytime that you email me in a photo, we're going to put it up here, and that way you can see what your peers across the state are doing across grade levels to get students and your communities excited about college. In terms of new mailings, we are ready to, it's going to be a big mailing this year because we've got new things coming your way for elementary, middle, and high school. Elementary, we have created some really fun stickers. We've got some emojis going on for getting our students excited about what their future career might be. For elementary and middle, we have created 16 career clusters posters that preview what are some different careers that you can have in a career cluster that require different levels of education. So highlighting what careers you can have with a TCAT certification, with an associate's degree, and with a bachelor's and beyond. For our high school folks, we know that financial aid and FAFSA is a big part of what we do, and it's a great work that you all do. So we are creating a poster around really making sure that with FAFSA and verification that your students are ready to go. We've also created a new one about 5 things that a real college student wishes they'd known before they arrived on campus, and getting our students familiar with that college lingo. You'll also be receiving those milestone posters that are aligned with the Department of Ed's milestones, our classic college-bound and college material stickers, and for high school, you'll get that customizable wall claim that you can write on with a vis-a-vis marker to showcase when your events are happening so students and parents alike know when they are. Everyone will also receive a State of Tennessee college map that we're really excited about. It's going to show you all across the state where different 4-year, 2-year, and TCAT institutions are, and it'll be a really fun way for your students to see kind of the breadth of opportunities that exist in Tennessee. I'll let Mary Nell share about our really exciting career simulation game because she has been such a big part of developing this.
So we are excited to roll out Adulting 101, which, as Courtney mentioned, is a career simulation game. So in the game, students are assigned a career and a family and life scenario. And from that, they have a monthly household income, and then they are able to budget from there. So throughout the game, they visit different stations. For example, they'll visit Tennessee Treasures Real Estate to purchase a house. They'll purchase a car. So they're learning a lot of wonderful budgeting skills. There are a couple of things that are unique to this game because I know that many of those exist out there and that you might have already played something very similar with your students. The first thing that is unique is that students that have only earned a high school diploma in the scenario they're assigned are allowed to visit the Tennessee Reconnect booth to reconnect based on our state's adult learner scholarship to receive a new credential and a new career. The second thing is that we also have a financial coaching booth because we realize that some students are going to bust their budgets. They may pick out the fancy sports car instead of, something that's the used four-door sedan. We can definitely see that happening with our students. And so they are able to visit that financial coaching booth, have conversations about where they went wrong with their budgets, and then re-enter the game and make some returns and some adjustments. So we're very excited about that. The best thing is that this game is ready for you off the shelf. So all of these resources will be available this summer in collegefortn.org for you to download and print yourself. We also have designed banners for each of the stations that students will visit that you can take to your local print shop and have printed. So this really is ready to go and for you to take and play with your students. Here are just a couple of examples of some of the stations that they'll visit, just in case insurance. Tennessee Treasures Real Estate, they'll need to purchase gas for their car, and then also plugged in energy where they'll be paying for their utilities. This is one thing that I will tell you about that is in the game. During the game, someone called the Green Reaper circulates and passes out cards that are meant to represent those little unexpected things that happen in life, like the flat tire that we have all run into. So students that get Green Reaper cards will need to factor that into their budgets as well. So we are hoping that this will be a great resource for you all and that you'll be able to have a lot of fun with it. So to wrap things up, I want to talk to you a little bit about how you can register for all of these great things. So first of all, to register for the Path to College mailing and to receive the Path to College handbook, that registration is available on collegefortn.org. This is the collegefortn.org homepage. You'll click on Path to College. That will bring you to this page, and there will be a registration. This is a screenshot of our current page, but the registration will live right here. You'll just click on the link, and that will take you to the registration form. One important thing to point out is it does open May 25th, so as you are watching this, it should be available to you. And it will close on August the 17th. So if you register after August the 17th, unfortunately, you will not be able to receive a mailing of materials. However, we can still get you an electronic copy of that handbook. So just something to be aware of. Make sure you register by August 17th. We really are going to close it then because we want to make sure there's plenty of time for us to pack all of those great materials and get them to you before College Application and Exploration Week. A few more notes about registering. We are only able to send one box per school, so please coordinate with others in your school building to sign up and make sure that you are only sending in one registration form. We also are not able to send mailings to district level. So a district level person cannot register for multiple schools. Each school needs to register. And then finally, in terms of receiving the handbooks, those will be ready this summer. And sometime over the summer before the school year starts, you will receive an email that has links for you to click on to be able to download those electronic handbooks. And as a reminder, the customizable template, so let's say you get the handbook and you see something you really like, you can download that from collegefortn.org behind the counselor login. So if you do not already have a counselor account with collegefortn.org, now would be a wonderful, wonderful time to make one. One more thing, the Path to College School designation, we are so excited by the schools that did complete all of the surveys for the 2017-2018 school year and send those in to us. We will be announcing in the fall of 2018 who has earned that Path to College School designation. Looking ahead to 2018-2019, we are going to offer that designation again. To earn it, you need to host all 4 events at your school, and then you need to complete a post-event survey before the stated deadline. And most importantly, this past year, only high schools were able to earn that designation. But for 2018-2019, all levels will be able to earn it if they are hosting the events. Elementary and middle schools, we know that this is new for you, so we just want to learn about what you are doing in your schools. For example, for FAFSA Frenzy, we want to learn about the new financial literacy initiatives and programming that you're doing in your school. If you have any questions about that, Courtney and I would be more than happy to answer them. I'm the best person to talk to you about Path to College events and resources, and Courtney will be taking all of your yearbook submissions.
Yes, please. Send them my way.
So that is all from us. If you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to us. And thank you all so much for the incredible work that you're doing in your schools.
Thank you.